What's up, everybody? So there's a new article out on foxnews.com and it is linked in the description below so you can go have a view for yourself. It is about Kathleen Zellner's newest motion on behalf of Steven Avery. The headline states, Steven Avery's attorney claims new and compelling evidence has emerged in the Making a Murderer case. If you have not seen Kathleen Zellner's full newest motion, it is linked in the description below as well. It is 149 pages long, as well as I did an 8-part video series on the motion as well, which if you go to videos on the channel you're watching this video on, they'll all pop up there for you. The article it talks about the two new witnesses have emerged in Mr. Avery's case with new and compelling evidence about a murder mystery that has intrigued a worldwide audience. That's what Kathleen Zellner wrote in the post-conviction motion that was filed last week. The rush to judgment and tunnel vision that led to the arrest, prosecution, and conviction of Mr. Avery is exposed by these new witnesses who provide new and undisputed evidence that directly links Bobby Dassey to the murder of Teresa Halbach and the framing of Steven Avery. I did a video a week ago where I think it was Fox News wrote a similar story, but they refused to print Bobby Dassey's name because he wasn't yet charged with the crime. I guess since Kathleen Zellner has gone all in on Bobby Dassey being the likely culprit of this crime, they are now comfortable with printing Bobby Dassey's name. It states that this is not the first time that Kathleen Zellner has floated the idea that Bobby Dassey, whose brother Brendan was a co-defendant in the case, was responsible for Teresa Halbach's death. And she made clear that the accusation is not the point of her motion. Mr. Avery does not have to prove who committed this terrible crime to receive relief. This is not the intent or purpose. However, she added, he does have a right to prove he did not receive a fair trial. And everything that has come out over the last little while about the suppressed information, the suppressed calls, the suppressed evidence. If he's guilty, why did they have to suppress all of this evidence in order to get a conviction? The basis for that argument is that Steven Avery's trial lawyers had not received the recording of a phone call made to the Manitowoc County Sheriff's Office by Thomas Sowinski, a newspaper deliverer who said he saw Bobby and someone else pushing Halbach's vehicle onto the Avery salvage yard, where it was found by law enforcement officials later that day. Following that discovery, investigators found evidence including bone fragments matching Teresa Halbach's DNA in a burn pit, blood samples matching Teresa Halbach and Steven Avery in the vehicle, and a bullet with Teresa Halbach's DNA in Steven Avery's garage. Avery claims that the blood was planted at the scene after a cut on his finger dripped in his bathroom sink where it was collected. The new evidence creates a reasonable probability that had the jury heard the new evidence, it would had reasonable doubt as to the defendant's guilt. Therefore, Mr. Avery should be granted a new trial. The motion also discussed another witness, Kevin Romlow, who told Avery's defense team in 2017 and repeated in a sworn affidavit that he saw Teresa Halbach's car parked in a different location on November 4th and November 5th, 2005, which means the motion argues that it must have been moved and planted on Steven Avery's property before it was discovered on November 5th. As a result of this evidence not being available to Steven Avery at the time of his trial, Kathleen Zellner is asking the court for a new trial or evidentiary hearing. The court has rejected previous motions, such as the one in July 2021. So that's the newest Fox story on it. Man, if you follow Kathleen Zellner on Twitter, she's retweeting a lot of articles talking about her newest motion, talking about the Making a Murderer case and Steven Avery's case, as well as Jerry Buting on Twitter as well. One of Steven Avery's original trial attorneys is talking about the case a lot as well. He, of course, does not still represent Steven Avery, but is still talks about the case to this day, and his insight is very, very knowledgeable, of course, because he has represented Steven Avery in the past, and his book, I forgot it was there, Illusion of Justice, is a great read. Pick it up. iTunes, bookstores, Amazon. It's a great read. I think I got it on Amazon. But yeah, so that's what the newest foxnews.com article says about the Steven Avery case and Kathleen Zellner's newest motion. What do you think? Leave some comments below. Hope you're having a good day, and I'll see you again soon.